Dean, President of the Board of Education, whenever please stand for the pledge of the flag. Exits to the left and to your right. We have a really good board meeting tonight, a lot of nice presentations. The first one we're going to start off with might not be so fun, but it's our audit report, and we're going to have Alan Hugh, who's our independent auditor, and he's going to give our audit report.
Good evening, members of the public, members of the board, members of the administration, and Mr. Dean, thank you for that introduction. My name is Alan Yu. I am one of the audit partners of the firm, Collin and Danowski. Our firm was appointed the external auditors by the Board of Education to perform the audit of the school district's financial statement for the year ended June 30th, 2024. We have completed our audit, and as required by state law, I have met with the audit committee several weeks ago to go over the results of the audit in great detail. Earlier this evening, I also met with the board in executive session to go over the audit results and answer the board's questions. I'm here to provide a brief presentation about the district's finances for the fiscal year ended June 30, 2024. First of all, I want to congratulate the district. We were able to issue what's called an unmodified opinion about your district's financial statements for the year ended June 30th, 2024. An unmodified opinion is the highest level of assurance that an external auditor can give your district's financial statements. That means your financial statements have been prepared in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles and that they were free from material misstatements. We have also issued a report on your district's internal controls over financial reporting and your compliance with laws and regulations as required by government auditing standards issued by the U.S. government. I'm also happy to report to you that there were no reportable findings and there were no material weaknesses identified by us during the audit. We did look at the prior year recommendations that we made to the district's management. Many of our recommendations have either been implemented or they're currently in progress. And we have no new findings and no new recommendations for the current fiscal year. So congratulations to the district board as well as the administration.
Great. Thank you, Mrs. Hugh. Mr. Hugh. I just want to say, Mr. Zetterberg, Superintendent for Business, and his staff does a wonderful job with that budget, and central administration as well. It's always nice when we do get these reports that they're always a positive report. So thank you for the findings.
You're very welcome. Financially, the school district's general fund managed to have a small increase in total fund balance at the end of the year. So it's a small operating surplus of roughly about $289,000. District's general fund ended the fiscal year with a total fund balance of about $19.2 million. That's roughly about 19% of your budget and is certainly within reasonable range. In addition to the rainy day funds, which at $3.7 million is a little less than the 4% maximum allowed by state law. You're actually at about 3.74% of next year's budget. So it's a little less than the 4% desired by most school districts. You also have restricted reserves available for use, and during this past fiscal year, the board did authorize the district to utilize about $500,000 of those restricted reserves towards expenditures. So the level of the various reserves that you have are also quite reasonable, and also most importantly, your district has demonstrated that you are using these reserves and not simply squirreling them away. Total revenues for the fiscal year came in at about $96.9 million. It's about a $5 million increase Non-tax revenues went up by about $3.7 million, and they were primarily in the areas of additional state aid, as well as higher interest earnings because of higher interest rates. And this was within our expectation, and this was indeed what we have seen across the board on most school districts on Long Island. On the spending side, expenditures came in at $96.6 million. It's about $6.5 million, $6.45 million increase compared to the fiscal year. Along with open encumbrances, and these are purchase orders that the district has issued during the fiscal year, but the goods and services have not been delivered by the end of the year, and therefore they became open commitment on the budget. So combining the open encumbrances and the actual expenditures, your district has spent and committed 99.4% of the total budget. So anytime a school district spent and committed at least 97% of their budget, they have done a very good job in terms of budgeting. So at 99.4%, nobody, including the state, can fault you for your budgeting practice. And in fact, probably might be a little bit too close. 98, 99% certainly will be a more comfortable range to be at. The reason I said that is because you need to anticipate potential contingencies. So having some room in your budget will if indeed contingencies happen, then you have some wiggle room to pay for those additional unanticipated expenditures. But overall, the district has been very consistent in terms of your spending and your budgeting. Over the past 3 or 4 years, you've been spending more than 97% of your budget, and the last couple of years, including the fiscal year we just finished auditing, as I said, 99.4%. So once again, great job by the district in terms of budgeting.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that report. And for all the young students in front here, get this little education. No quizzes on that, though. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Safe travel. Now I think we're all here to see what we want. The creating memories and milestones. That's the action. Should we? Are we okay here? Sorry. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education, district leaders, and community members. I'm Jackie Beckman, the proud principal of Commack Road Elementary School. Thank you for the opportunity to share the exciting happenings at Commack Road Elementary School. Tonight's presentation, Creating Memories and Milestones, Press in Action, highlights the incredible moments and meaningful milestones that have already made this year so special. From academic achievements to community building and events, our students, staff, and families have been actively engaged in creating an exciting and inclusive school environment. I'm proud to have some students to take you on this journey of celebration and progress as we showcase what makes CRES so special. So now I'd like to introduce a member of student government, Stephanie Horner, to share a bit about our initial assembly.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. At Commack Road, we know that a positive mindset is an important part of strong learning and community. This is a beginning of setting clear expectation and sharing ideas. Earlier in the fall, we held an assembly to talk about being good school citizens. Our next topic will sound very familiar. Yes, at CRES. We will talk about how you can take care of yourself, take care of each other, and take care of our school.
So our initial assembly was put on by our school social worker, Ms. Bannon, our school counselor, Ms. Sabelli, and our school psychologist, Mr. Velasquez. And yes, every other month we will do some assemblies and just focus. Our next focus is Yes at Crest. And I think our first one was a big success. So we're looking forward to the future with those. And next, I'd like to have Olivia Lynch share a bit about our color run.
Hello, my name is Olivia. As a historian of the student government, I will be taking pictures of important events at Crest. One important event from this fall was a color run. As a school, we raised more than $12,000. This money will go towards the Century Gardens and cultural arts. Everyone at Crest had a great time during this color run event.
As you can see from the pictures, it really was a lot of fun. I think the teachers had just as much fun as the students. A lot of color was had and a great time was had. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. And the students definitely did a phenomenal job fundraising. Thank you, parents, for your support with that as well. Moving on, we have our Power of Pink celebration. And I would like to invite Shafi and Madison to share some details about the event.
On November 18, 2024, Crest celebrated its 9th annual Power of Pink Day. From October 7th through the 18th, we sold pink bracelets, pink pinwheels, personalized pink ribbons, the name of people affected by this disease, and Crest Cares Pen.
Okay, so we have some Crest Care pens to give out. We can just put one at each nameplate. I'll do that and you can keep talking, okay?
On the 18th, our Crest community showed their support by wearing pink.
We raised $1,800. This money will go towards the Jeanette Feminella Scholarship Fund, as well as the Islip Breast Cancer Coalition. We feel very proud that we were part of helping people in need.
So this was definitely a tradition that I am proud to be a part of here at Commack Road. Thank you, Ms. Neves, for putting this together. Definitely deserve the recognition for that. And so the students were, this shows the students from Ms. Neves' class in the hallway selling the Crest Cares pens and bracelets, as well as the front of the school with the ribbons. And it's a really special, you have to experience it, one of those kind of events. It was very nice to be a part of. And we're looking forward to next year. It's going to be a big year. So be on the lookout for that. And now I would like to invite Emma to speak a bit about our clubs.
Good evening. My name is Emma. We have many great clubs this year. Some students learn different cultures, others learn sign language. We learn about teamwork and communication, and in Lego, robotics, and student government. We build our problem-solving skills in the board game club, and learn about computers in the coding club. We had an annual 5th grade sports day. The weather was great for a fun day of sport activities. We participated in different events throughout the day. Students hopped in the potato sack race and showed their focus in the egg and spoon race. We worked as a team and cheered on our classes. The competition was very close throughout the day. In the end, the tug of war determined this year's champions.
So this was my first 5th grade sports day, and I have to say, it was an awesome day. The kids had a lot of fun. They were very supportive of one another as they were competing, and it was great to see such high energy and encouragement. It was really special, fun day to be a part of. And, the trophy that was handed to Ms. Cicatella's class, it was just a very special event. So a lot of fun. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about a new tradition that I have put in place here, and it takes place on Fridays. It's a nice little pizza with the principal. And I have an opportunity to meet with a small group of 5th graders. We talk a bit about how school's going and how excited, sometimes nervous, they are for middle school next year. We typically have some good laughs while in my office. The secretaries usually get a good chuckle out of our conversation because we never know where it's going to go. We have friendly conversations with the students, and it's really nice for me to get to know everyone in a small setting, a little bit more personal. They share, if they have soccer that weekend or if they're in a dance competition soon. So it's just a really great environment, and they get to ask me sometimes silly questions too that I occasionally answer, depending on the level of silliness. And now I'm going to invite some students up. So here at Commack Road, we recently finished our first writing pieces of the school year in each grade. So the pictures you see here are from the 2nd grade's writing celebration, which took place in this auditorium. The students from the different classes were partnered together, and they shared parts of their writing pieces. Students were so proud to share what they had worked on so hard and what they had written. It was a really special day. Now I'm going to have our 4th grade students share a bit about the writing process and some of their pieces. So Nyla, Dylan, Juliana, Lila, and Madison, please come up.
Good evening, and welcome to Commack Road. My name is Dylan Mosquera, and I am in 4th grade. Since the middle of September, 4th graders like me have been growing as writers through our first Rose Flower Writing Union. We wrote a realistic fiction. We focused on creating and building characters, evolving settings, and using inspiring of through craft. We did all this through generating ideas, drafting, revising, and editing. Finally, we published our stories for all to see. We were so excited to share our stories with our teachers, classmates, and at our 4th grade writing celebrations, our families. We are now excited to share some of our work with you. We hope you enjoyed our hard work and talent.
Hi, my name is Juliana Willett. During our first writing unit, we learned that writers think about and try different ways to tell their story. And to do that, writers sometimes storytell one way, then another way, changing where and how to start the story and what to emphasize. Here is how I started my story about a pop tire. Bump, 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 bump was my back tire. I was speeding on my bike down the rocky road. I was only a few feet away from hitting the rusty crooked dent inside, so I hit the brakes as hard as I could. Screech went my tires, pop went my front tires. What was that? Hi, I'm Lana. During our writing workshop time, we worked on many different skills. One of the skills we focused on was not only telling the external story, but also the internal story. Bringing our thoughts, fears, and feelings in ways that make it possible for readers to begin to know what kind of person we are. Here is an example of this from my writing about the day I found out I was picked to join the TTP program at my dance studio. My mom handed me a gold envelope. My heart was beating faster. I was scared and confused. Why did you hand me this gold envelope? I asked this question because I saw her writing in an envelope earlier, and she didn't want me to see what she was writing. Just open it, she said. I feared it was going to be bad news. I opened the envelope, and it was a card that said, "You rock." I opened the card. My heart was beating faster and faster. The card said, "Miss Lila, welcome to TTP." I screamed in excitement.
Good evening. My name is Shafi Rashid. I would like to share the conclusion of the writing process with you. When writing the conclusion of a narrative essay, it's important to remind your readers of the central idea you explored throughout your essay by revising your thesis statement. My narrative writing thesis is titled When My Mom Got Pregnant. I wrote about the night she went into labor and had to stay at the hospital for a few days. I was confused and upset. I would like to share the conclusion with you. I waited days for my mom to come home. Those days felt like years, but I waited. Today my mom and baby brother would be able to come home. I was so excited to see my baby brother. His cheeks are so chubby. At that point, that was all I wanted. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nyla Colley. I'm in Mrs. Perry's class. Today I'll be sharing my leave. Leave me alone! I don't want to play with you. I mumbled as I slammed the door shut. We tried running up through the house, up and down the stairs. We darted through the kitchen, then raced back to my room. My golly, was I exhausted. My legs could not work. My legs were as heavy as an elephant. They were out of power. I had no power to move at all. Hi, my name is Madison Scalfani. Thank you for attending tonight's presentation. We hope you enjoyed listening to some of our personal narrative writings as well as the process. We enjoyed the learning experience and look forward to future writing experiences and celebration.
They worked incredibly hard on that part of the presentation, so I would love to give them another round. All right, so our next slide. No, we're not working. Aha, yay, success. Okay. Wouldn't be a presentation without some learnings. So, STEAM takes place once a week with Ms. Fazio here at Commack Road. Thanks to PLCs, which happen weekly, once a month a class has a full hour with Ms. Fazio to work on their projects. So some of the pictures show 5th grade recently completed their Storm Drain Challenge while going to STEAM. 3rd grade students worked on the gummy bear, boat, and what happens if they absorb water or if they stay dry. 2nd grade students learned about insects and spiders. And now I will have 4th graders, Jaden and Afan, speak about electrical currents.
Hello everyone, my name is Afan Mahmood. Tonight I am excited to share with you our amazing poster with circuit that we create in our STEAM class. This poster is not just any ordinary poster. It has questions that light up when you answer them correctly. The question we choose to use go along with the science. Do not on energy converse we are learning about in our classroom.
Hi, my name is Jaden Williams. I also worked on these posters. While working on these posters, we learned about circuits. A circuit is a path that electricity flows through. It can be simple, like a flashlight, or complex, like the wiring in our homes. But no matter how big or small, all circuits have some important parts. Materials to conclude which materials are conductors or insulators.
We concluded that all metals are conductors. Our poster has questions about energy converters, and when you answer them correctly, the lights will light up. Thank you for listening to our speech about light up circuits posters. We hope you all enjoy exploring circuits as much as we did in our STEAM class. Let's keep learning and discovering together. If you would like to come up at the end of the presentations, you can try to answer some of the questions on our posters.
All right, so just for a little update, we are excited to share that here at Commack Road, we are in the preliminary planning stages of establishing our outdoor classroom. I have been meeting with district office to explore what will work best for our courtyard space. Mr. Ojiri, our director of science, who collaborated closely with Ms. James over at Sherwood, has been very helpful in letting us know what worked at Sherwood and what he thinks will work here at Crest. As we move forward with the development, we're exploring ideas and gathering input from teachers, the PTA, the school board, and students to help create a space that inspires curiosity and fosters learning. So I would like to thank the PTA in advance for a significant fundraising effort, so I know that it will be a great space once we break ground and get started with that. And now, Wyatt and Ben to share a bit about our upcoming events at Crest.
This is Wyatt and Ben from the Crest Student Government. We have been working to support our Night of Giving food drive.
We sorted the food donations and made announcements to the school. We will make the baskets tomorrow night. We have another big event in the next few weeks. The Crest PTA will be collecting toys during the PTA Holiday Toy Drive. Donations will go to support our Islip families. Don't forget about the Crest Winter Concert on Wednesday, December 11th.
And we also have upcoming on November 26th, our Balloons Over Crest, which the board I'm going to leave you invitations for, so I hope that you will be able to attend. And we're almost there. Thanks for hanging in. All right, so our Crest Music Ensembles. A few notes about our music team here. I'd like to thank